A sup, it's proper X mind coming to you once again. So, after my previous video, I was thinking, and no, I come to realize that a lot of people have a fear of ending up alone. And honestly, I am one of those because I have a fear of ending up alone. And it's like loneliness is something that all of humanity goes through. It affects everyone, regardless of your ethnicity, of your age, whether you have a master's, a PhD, or if you're a high school dropout. If you're poor, rich, average, we're all equally vulnerable. You know what I mean? Some people use drugs and some people use alcohol to, I guess, numb that feeling, or I don't know, to get away from that stage in their mind and not think about that. Me, myself, I use music as my outlet. Writing sets me free. It escapes me from all my problems. You know, I have a lot of things to say, but sometimes it's hard to find the correct words. And like, although I know what I'm worth, when I'm alone, I think, like, damn, am I always going to be alone? And when I'm not alone and I'm with someone, it's like, okay, it's like, okay, how long is this person going to be in my life? I wonder, is this going to fall apart? And like, I have come to understanding with these feelings, you know, I've cried over them, I've been angry over them, and I gripe over it. But like, I don't know. Here's something to think about. The words we use imprison us or set us free. Like, you know, an example. If I were to say I am lonely, that's just like me telling you I am a Mexican or I am a female. You see? Because there is nothing I can do about what I am. So if I'm telling you I'm lonely, that's what I'm gonna be, because I'm saying I am lonely. You know what I mean? And it's like, when I say I am something, I cannot change that. Like, in other words, if I use the words to imprison myself with this belief, that's what I'm gonna be. However, if I was to acknowledge that loneliness is just a feeling, and I say I feel lonely, then I I open the door to that cell or that prison, because a feeling you can't change. Okay? Of course, as long as I continue to say I feel lonely, I feel lonely, I feel lonely, there's nothing that will be changed. Even though I opened that cell, I chose to remain in prison. So to completely set yourself free, you have to take the extra step by saying, oh, I feel lonely, so I'm going to do something about it. You know, you have to start by understanding a simple law of life, which can help solve almost any problem. The law is like, you have to give away what you receive. This is the law of attraction. Simple. Rhonda Byrne explains it all in the book, The Secret. If you haven't read it, I suggest that you do read it. It's a great book. Okay. And our actions are, it's like a little bouncy ball. then we throw it and it comes back. You know what I mean? It's like, don't give others what you don't want to receive. What you throw out comes back to you. It's a very simple, it's a universal law. But I've come to see that being alone isn't always so bad. You can't love someone unless you love yourself. You can't love someone if you don't spend time with them, you know? So, therefore, we have to spend time alone to love ourselves and be able to love another. The strongest trees are those who grow alone. The greatest dreams are those conceived alone. God can speak to you only when you are alone. Your purpose in life meaning will be revealed to you only when you are alone. I know solitude can be hard. It's but it can be a place of joy. It's like, don't retreat to it to such an extent that you neglect others and deny yourself the blessing of friendship and companionship. You know what I mean? So you have to know how to divide your time with being alone and making time for others. Like, okay, if you're ever feeling lonely and don't know why, it's because you haven't been asking questions, okay? It's like, just ask a lot of questions to yourself. And this is a great example. Like, take inventory of yourself and your behavior. Like, you have to ask yourself what kind of person you are and see if you would want to hang out with yourself. Like, are you a show off? Are you moody? Are you a complainer? Are you a gossiper? Are you unreliable? Are you nosy? Do you have a bad temper? Are you somebody that takes, and doesn't give? Do you build walls instead of bridges? Like, you know, would you want to be a friend to someone who was like you? Questions provoke thought and point to solutions. How can you take how can you take corrective actions unless you ask yourself what you're doing wrong? You know? It's just something to think about. Because I know a lot of people face this, and a lot of people are scared of loneliness, and I've come to realize what I was doing wrong, and I've opened up myself, and hopefully you can do the same. Hopefully this helps you, and we'll see, you guys. I don't know. Remember, stay positive and smile. A smile can bring so much joy to someone. A simple gesture. You don't know what anybody could be going through, but if you smile at them, you can brighten up their day. So remember to smile. God is good. Stay blessed.